All right, everybody, welcome back to the channel. I know I said I was gonna do this a long time ago, but today we're finally looking at the subconscious scene, and I want to kind of do a little bit of an interactive where it's going to be more of an open discussion than a planned video, and I'm going to talk about why Tifa is super important to Cloud's overall development and why most people did not play the game the right way. And I know a lot of people might hate, oh, how are you to tell us what we did and what we didn't do? And well, I can read what you guys are saying, and a lot of people are misunderstanding the subconscious scene and the significance of that scene. And that's why in FF7 R series, they had to essentially write an entire new book, which has to show Tifa actually explaining to us, the gamer, what is misunderstood by most in the Final Fantasy VII original. We're not playing the original. Okay, so most people on the internet, they either side that Cloud should be with Aerith or Cloud should be with Tifa. I'm generally of the view that Cloud's with Tifa. I'm generally of the view that Aerith and Zack, they're a group. People want to say, you're misogynist. A woman can pick who she wants to be with. And what about this? And what about that? I don't care about any of that stuff. This is not the politically correct channel. I'm talking about how the story is developed and how most people misinterpret the story of Tifa and her importance on Cloud. Spoiler warning. This is a spoiler warning. This is a spoiler warning. Hello there. This is a spoiler warning. Turn off now or forever hold your peace. Because one of the things we have to remember is that in the original game, Tifa is chosen to go into the subconscious scene with Cloud. And oftentimes, as Tifa's kind of walking Cloud through everything they're going through to help him uncover himself when they fall into the live stream after they're in Mideel, and they fall in the live stream. And Tifa that whole time is also helping herself to remember the events. And this is a part that most people got confused from the original and why they had to add this part of the story in Final Fantasy VII R series Rebirth game. Also, the actual book that is for Final Fantasy VII R series. So remember, the game is the ultimate canon, then the books. And if you're looking at the hierarchy of the books, and the reason why that stance is the most logical stance is because anything that came out before Remake, all of the developers had the choice to include that in Remake or not. That means they had a bunch of literature that they could have used and either chose to not include it or to include it, which means anything the developers chose to include in Remake, in Rebirth, in Part 3, in Part 4, they have knowledge of all the previous material, which means they're making a coherent story to move the game forward. This will be the Final Fantasy VII Prime of what the expectation of what the game is and what it is not. Any book before that is not directly confirmed in this game, in our series, in new books from our series 2019 forward, it has no weight. Because what you're saying, if you choose that it does have weight, is that you're choosing, you know better than the developers. You're smarter than the developers. And that it's the game that you want it to be and not the game that the developers are choosing for us to play. So you can be on that camp. That's fine if you want to hold to all the old stuff. But I'm here to say that's not what the developers want because they had the choice to include it or not include it. Let's get to Tifa's consciousness scene. Wait a minute. I know nothing about that. No, it's not me. I never do anything like that. Somebody help, please. Cloud, help me. Whoa, yeah. Where am I? Huh? Cloud? What is it, Cloud? What is this? Is this the inside of your dreams or is it your subconscious? You're searching, aren't you, Cloud? Searching for yourself. I can help too. We'll work together to try and get the real you back. But where do we start? The gates of Nibelheim. 5 years ago, Sephiroth passed through these gates. And that's how it all started. It connects to Nibelheim? That's right. It's probably best to start from there.
And Tifa walked towards the Nibelheim entrance.
Let's go have a look, Cloud. I know it's not easy, but I'll be there with you.
The gates of the memories long lost.
Cloud, look. Here's the well. And that's Gramps Inn too. The only truck in town. It's been here since we're little kids, right? This is Nibelheim, you remember, right? It's the same as my Nibelheim. That's why this is our Nibelheim. 5 years ago, 2 men from Soldier came. Sephiroth and a young and vibrant soldier. Can you tell me again what happened? Sephiroth. How does it feel? 5 years ago, I saw the real Sephiroth for the very first time.
It's your first time back to your hometown in a long time, right? So how does it feel? I wouldn't know because I don't have a hometown.
How about your parents? So this is the great Sephiroth? My mother's name is Genova. I couldn't read all that. Tell you the truth, I thought Sephiroth was really cold. What does it matter?
All right, let's go.
I remember foreboding about him. I'm gonna put the clip in right here. Sephiroth literally saves this girl's life. So with the rewrite of Sephiroth, you also have to take these original scenes with a grain of salt. Because clearly, Tifa would be obviously hating Sephiroth for what he did to her hometown, but there should be a more gracious side that you would have died if it wasn't for Sephiroth. You would have fell down the freaking river, just like Zangan almost freaking fell into the river, like your friend when you were a kid fell into the river and you had to get a rope and everybody had to come and save him. Be a little bit more gracious, Tifa. Sephiroth's the GOAT, so let's be honest here. No, Cloud. I've been hiding it for some time, afraid that if I told you, something terrible would happen. But I'm not going to hide anything anymore. You weren't there, Cloud. You did not come to Nibelheim 5 years ago. I waited, but Cloud, you never came. In her fresh-ass cowboy outfit. Sup, cowgirl? Sup, baby? The 2 that were ordered here were Sephiroth and another person. Look at Tifa run away because she's sad Cloud didn't show up. Why would she be sad? Well, you're about to learn in this episode. Holla, Zach.
And as the 2 inspected Nibelheim, they noticed that Cloud's memory was still out of funk. And therefore, they explored his subconscious some more.
Take your time, Cloud. Slowly, little by little, okay? And here's some of the important parts. That staring at the well and our promises. What if your memory was all just a lie? Don't hurry, Cloud. Don't answer too quickly. Just keep checking all those small emotions and it'll come back. Slowly, little by little. Right like the sky that night, the heavens were filled with stars. From the beginning, okay? Try and remember, Cloud. I was wearing these clothes. That's you too. You're small, so small then. And cute. Sephiroth once said, Cloud made up his memories by listening to my memories. Did you imagine the sky? No, you remember it. That night the stars were gorgeous. It was just Cloud and I. We talked at the well. That's why I kept thinking you were the real Cloud. I still believe you're the Cloud from Nibelheim. But you don't believe in yourself. These memories aren't enough. And I just want to speak on that Nibelheim incident. Actually, I'm not going to speak on it. I'm going to actually do a whole breakdown of Fear of Two Pasts and talk about the added material that is in Rebirth or in Remake and why we need to consider the game is the ultimate canon. Always remember that. But remember, the game, then the books. And that there's still even a hierarchy within the books. There's the books that are made during Remake, and there's everything else that was made before. Because after 2019, when Remake came out, they made another book, which fits in right between Rebirth and Remake, which means the devs clearly thought to themselves, hey, we have to expand on this material, so we're going to have to add another book, and this book is going to be part of the R series. So I'm going to be going over Fear of Two Pasts in an upcoming video. Hope you check it out. Back to this. Cloud, what about your other memories? No, not memories. A memory is something that is conscious, recalled, right? That's why sometimes it can be mistaken or wrong. It's different from a memory, locked deep within your heart. That's why it must be a fake if you could really recall up that memory. That's it. What about some memory that has to do with me? If I say something, you can't remember it. But if you say something and I remember it too, that's when we'll know that's a memory. Talk to me about anything, something important to you. Something important to you. And listen to what Cloud says, because it's the exact same thing when Cloud got knocked the freaking out at the church with Aerith. The first thing that came to his mind, it was just scraped knees back then. Which back when? Back when? For all you Final Fantasy VII fans, before I answer this, what is Cloud referring to when he says it was just scraped knees back then? And did you know that's the key to the first promise of exactly who Cloud is and why he's doing every single thing that he said he was going to do at that time? It's the essence of who he is. It's the essence why he wants to get stronger. It's the essence why he leaves town to join Soldier. It's the essence of who Cloud is. is the first promise that he made. When the scraped knees, when did they happen? I don't know. Do you know? I know. Why did you want to join Soldier in the first place? I always thought it was a sudden decision. I was devastated. I wanted to be noticed.
But through suffering, you will grow strong.
So this is part of his first memory. I thought if I got stronger, someone would notice me.
Isn't that what you want?
Okay, where's he going with this? Someone to notice you? Who? Who? You know who? You, that's who. You. So here we clearly have Cloud showing his deep innermost self to Tifa, where Tifa never actually understood what the hell Cloud's talking about here. And a lot of times what the people who are on the internet, the shippers, on the shipper wars and all that stuff, they try to use this argument as, look, Cloud, he's like so in love with Tifa, and she's like, oh, me? That's what truthers do, okay? The truthers don't understand the story. They don't understand that Cloud's whole life essence is this promise. He's telling you right here, I wanted to get stronger for you. And what we learn in Rebirth, when Tifa says, who, me? Me? That's what you wanted to get stronger for? She has no idea, because in Theory of Two Paths, they actually explain to us why she here has no idea. In Rebirth, when she falls into the freaking Mako stream and Cloud tries to slice her up across the belly, you ain't got no scar, all that craziness that's going on in his head because of Mako poisoning, we see her with who? Her lover boy Cloud, running up the hill to Mount Nebel when all of her friends left her behind. And what happened? Only Cloud followed her because Cloud loved her since he was a child. And Tifa also loved Cloud. And if you're arguing that, I'll add to you what they added in the brand new R series books. So all you book nerds who try to say the old stuff overwhelms the new stuff, here's some fresh new material for you here that tells you Tifa loved Cloud.
Eat my shorts.
So stop fighting about it. Stop arguing about it. It's as clear as water. Me? Why? Tifa, did you forget about those days? Answer is yes. She completely forgot, which we only learn Tale of Two Past and what we only learn in Rebirth. When she gets out of the Mako stream and she's laying in the bed and wakes up and Cloud's sitting at her bedside and Yuffie and Kate Sith or Red, whoever's like, kiss, kiss. That's when we learn that Tifa has no recollection of the fall from the bridge. That's why she's not understanding what the hell Cloud's talking about here. So you have to understand OG, you have to understand our series to properly be able to contextualize Tifa's entire being and why Tifa is super important to Cloud. Tifa is Cloud's essence of life, essentially. Without Tifa, Cloud doesn't do none of this stuff. Without Tifa falling and having that life climactic event, none of this stuff happens. Look, I'm sorry, but what are you talking about? Baby Cloud jumps off the rock. No, it's all right. You were having a hard time back then. Look how nice this guy is. Look how nice this guy is, right? Some guys would have been like, forgot what I did for you? I'm the only one who came to try to come help you? Look at that. Look at this guy. Little lonely loner. It's okay. You were having a hard time back then. Like completely empathetic at the fact that she just got majorly rejected. That she's like, I don't even know what the hell you're talking about, bro. You were so busy with your own things. It's only natural. You don't even remember me then. Then? It's important to me. I hate to say it, but it's a very important memory. Do you want to see it? Come, take a look. Come on, hurry. A sealed up secret wish, tender memories no one can ever know. What could be this memory? Come, Tifa. Come take a look. Come take a look at all of my existences for you. Do you know where this window goes to, Tifa? Fine, I'll go. In the bedroom, in the bedroom. My room? It was my first time there. Was it? I only used to look up at it from outside. Hey, look. Cloud's coming. You think he wants to come in? Tifa's super sad because her mom just died, so she's just like, was that the first day you came into my room? That's right. We live next to each other. But I really didn't know you that well. All the people saying the Ultimania, when it says they were childhood friends, this just showed you I didn't really know you that well.
Goodbye.
Do you have friends that you don't really know that well, that you just say something like that as an adult? So case closed, and this is why I said I was gonna make this video, because a lot of you guys think I'm a crazy psychopath who's on the internet talking a lot of mumbo jumbo, but the truth is, I understand the game. Fight with it all you want. Get the inner turmoil. Fight with it as much as you want. I know what I'm talking about. I've known you since we were children and always thought we were close. Did she? Oh, well, you just disproved yourself. Let's see what she says here. Now that you mention it, I don't recall you ever being in my room. Tifa always used to have her own group. Oh, okay, what do you mean? That's right. I thought they were all stupid. What? You were all childish, laughing at every little stupid thing. That's right, but we were children then. I know. I was the stupid one. I really wanted to play with everyone, but you never let me in the group. Then later, I started thinking I was different. That I was different from those immature kids. That then maybe, and now what do we see here? Adult Cloud's subconscious coming out of his body to say something. Just maybe they would invite me. I thought you might happen, so I hung around. I was so prejudiced and weak. That night, I asked Tifa to come out to the well. I thought to myself, Tifa would never come, that she hated me. It was so sudden, I was a bit surprised. But it's true, we weren't that close, but they were not close friends as children, whatever you want to call it. They were not that close. Ultimania lies. Damn! Proven once again. For everybody who wants to argue with me, I just freaking did the whole voice acting for the entire scenes. But let's keep going, just to clear my name. After you left town, I really thought about you a lot. I used to wonder how Cloud was doing. I wondered if you were able to get into Soldier. I started reading the newspapers, thinking I might see an article about you. Thanks, Tifa. Tell him that what you told me later, he'll probably be so happy. So here Cloud, his inner child, is telling Tifa, what you just told me would make me feel very good when we wake up out of this Mako subconscious scene, which clearly is telling Tifa, you should tell me how you truly feel. Because when we grow up, when we're little boys, when we like girls, and we play tag, and we do stupid things, and the girls hit us, and we run away, and we do stupid things, all of us go through this as children. So a lot of people, what I realize is either they had completely different realities than I did, but even when I used to watch Family Matters and Full House, all that stuff, Boy Meets World, it's all kind of similar dynamics to this, where as a kid, you don't know how to deal with all of your emotions. Even some adults don't know how to deal with their emotions. So Cloud, the immature loner little boy of the town, really wanted to be part of a group, but he didn't want to feel rejected. So he never wanted to actually go to the group. He never wanted to feel rejected by Tifa, which is why he never directly tells her how he feels. You have to understand this mindset of a child. You have to understand this mindset of somebody who's been an outsider, who has feelings. If he tells Tifa, hey, I like you, is she gonna say I like you back? All these things go through our heads when we like somebody, or at least when you're in your early adolescence, and hopefully you get over it as an adult. These are all normal things. And people want to play it off as it's something else that it is not. Cloud never really liked Tifa. That's why he never told her. It's like, no, bro. That's not like, if you think that, your rudimentary understanding of human beings needs a recalculation. Because it's not that. Okay, huh? What happened on this day? Was it a special day? This was the day. The day of the promise. Tifa's mother. The day my mom died? I want to see my mom. I wonder if there's anything beyond that mountain. Mount Nebel's scary. Many people have died there. No one crossed that mountain alive. How about those that died? Did Mama pass through the mountains? I'm going. And watch slowly how all of her friends get scared and run back. All of her friends are cowards. The group that she says in Fear of Two Pass, my dad used to call us the fearsome foursome. Whatever. They all chicken out, and only one person who truly cares about Tifa actually follows her to try to keep an eye on her. Is that any of these loser friends? No, that's the main guy, Cloud, because that's who Cloud is. Look at him following behind. I gotta go get Tifa. I gotta protect her. I love Tifa. Let me catch up. Look at this guy run. Guy runs so slow. So now we're at the bridge. Watch how more of her friends drop off. Oh, I'm getting a little scared. I'm gonna go home. Oh, this is terrifying. Look at Cloud. Nah, baby girl, I got you. Last man standing. And what do we have here? We have a fast forward. I don't remember the path I walked. Tifa missed her step. I ran to her, but didn't make it in time. We both fell off the cliff. Back then, I only had scraped my knees, but remember what I said earlier? What's the first thing Cloud thinks about when he crashes down at AERITH's? It's not about, oh my gosh, his voice is so heavenly. I love this person. Look at these flowers. Oh my God, I love AERITH. No, it's the memory that started who he was. I only had scraped knees back then, referring to this traumatic incident that messed with his whole psychosis, his entire life, and why he decided that day and then that he would become stronger to protect the love of his life, Tifa. Let's go. Ah, Cloud, why are you trying to bring Tifa to a place like this? You stay away from her, you little ragamuffin. What the hell's the matter with you? What if she dies? So think about how that made Cloud feel. And even like all this scene makes sense. If you had a daughter or a child and she ran away with some boy and a friggin' bridge crashed and you found them knocked out, passed out in the middle of the ground, and first thing you're gonna say is, Tifa, don't hang out with that guy Cloud. He's a freaking troublemaker. That's the first thing you would say as a father, as a good father. Let's get that right. That's the first thing you would say to your daughter. Don't hang out with that guy no more. Tifa was in a coma for 7 days. We all thought she wouldn't make it.
You have failed again, I see.
If only I could have saved her.
But through suffering, you will grow strong.
If I was so angry at myself for my weakness.
Isn't that what you want?
Ever since then, I felt Tifa blamed me. I went out of control. I used to get into fights with anyone. That was the first time I heard about Sephiroth. I thought if I were strong like Sephiroth then. So that was it? Sorry, Cloud. If I had only remembered more clearly what happened, I could have done something sooner. It's okay, watch this guy. It's not your fault, Tifa. This is why they had to develop the story very clearly of Tifa losing her memory. Because here it's not super clear. I was in a coma for 7 days. She has no recollection. She has no idea that she was the one who ran and Cloud followed her, because in the game, in Rebirth or in Remake, I forget which one, I'll find the clip and I'll put it in right here. But in the game, they tell us very clearly that Cloud was the one who was encouraging Tifa. And in the book, it says the same thing. Your friends told us what Cloud did. And Cloud's like, what the hell? No wonder he blamed himself, but in the book it tells us, or Tifa explains Cloud's perspective in the book, where she tells us that, now I understand why Cloud took the blame. He took the blame for me because he didn't want me to get the blame, to say it was my idea and have her be punished by her father. So look at Cloud, always being a hero. All right, I'll take the blame. I'm gonna drop the Akon song. You could put the blame on me. Just put the blame on me. You can put the blame on me. So put the blame on you. I remember back then when we were 8. That's it. Now I know. You weren't created 5 years ago. My childhood memories weren't all made up. Hang in there, Cloud. Just a little longer. You've almost found the real you. Let's go back to Nibelheim again. So anyways, they go back to Nibelheim. They find out that Cloud finds out that Zack was there. Tifa finds out that Cloud was the guy with the helmet. There's a super huge love story. And she's like, you did come. I'll just play it. I'm already 20 minutes deep in doing the voice acting. I might as well finish it off. Okay, so we're back in Nibelheim now. I'm so excited. Yes, Tifa. Yes, Tifa. To the reactor. Cloud, wait. Where are you going? The reactor? To the reactor. The Mako reactor 5 years ago. Shinra, I hate them. I'm Zack Fair. Hey, it's Cloud. Zack, you remembered. Zack Fair, head over heels for Aerith.
Zack Fair. From Gongaga. Head over heels for Aerith.
That's right, it was Zack who came to Nibelheim with Sephiroth. Then, where were you, Cloud? Where were you? Cloud, did you see it all? Yeah, baby, I saw it all. I was always there for you, my love. I saw everything. Give me that sword. Nobody hurts Tifa! Super stab! Who are you? Tifa, my hometown, give it back! I had so much respect for you. I admired you. And the reveal of Final Fantasy VII. I was always there for you. That's what happened. Look at Tifa. You were there. You were watching me, like you promised. I remember. Can't get past me. So it was you. Yeah, girl. He's always been there for you. Why you being angry and stuff? Hey, Cloud, if you're feeling sick, why don't you take the mask off? Remember? Yeah, oh, I'm feeling a little motion sickness. Remember that scene from the Nibelheim flashback? Now you know where it's coming from. Yeah, this is me. And why did he hide his identity? I never made it in as a member of Soldier. I even left my hometown telling everyone I was going to join, but I was so embarrassed, I didn't want to see anybody. Clearly showing the human side of any person who tells I'm gonna go make somebody of myself, and they come back to their hometown and they're the exact same shitty person. So instead of saying, hey, I'm back, that's why he kept his helmet on, that's why he visited his mom in some secrecy, all that stuff. That's how you understand the game properly. Everything I said today is how you understand the game properly. There's no other outside understanding that is more wholesome than our understanding. Because at Fungi Film Reviews, we have the #1 intellect, the #1 logic, the #1 reasoning. I know that's 4 fingers, but #1, okay? We understand what's going on here. Anybody who's telling you anything else, they don't understand the game at all. They don't understand character development. They don't understand a hierarchy of a story. They don't understand the hero's arc. They don't understand none of that stuff. They just get emotional and they want to say, AERITH, Tifa, This is the story. Cloud's whole existence was a promise he made to Tifa to get stronger, and he was embarrassed to come back because he was afraid she would see him as a failure. When all she wanted was to see him because she loved him, because she cared about him. She decided that cowboy outfit isn't actually what she wear on a regular basis. She was running the calisthenics club that Zangan taught her all from the secret mastery of Zangernomics. She was running the calisthenics group, not in that outfit. She got those outfit gifted by someone's grandma, and she's like, I want to look good for Cloud, because when Cloud comes back, he's going to be a hero, and I want to look super fresh and super fine for him. Tifa loves Cloud. Get over it. Look how sad she is when she finds out Cloud wasn't there. So that's the truth of the matter, guys. That's the truth of the matter, guys. That's the truth about Tifa, about Cloud, about them not being childhood friends. Like I said in the Ultimania video, if you haven't watched that video, go check it out. But that's the bane of Cloud's existence. To get stronger, to protect Tifa. He resents that she got hurt, therefore he wanted this whole freaking magical dream to join Shinra, to join Soldier, to get stronger, to do this, to do that, all to protect her. And I'm gonna include scenes from Rebirth in the Nibelheim flashback scene that you see Cloud willfully sacrifice himself to protect Tifa, because to him, that's the one promise that he'll never break. He'll never break the promise that he's not gonna protect Tifa. How did he protect AERITH? She dead. How do you protect Tifa? She's alive. That's how you know Cloud will always keep good on his promises. Let me know. Did you like my voice acting, or was it garbage? Did you like the video? Do you understand the story better now? Do you think I completely misunderstand the story and you know it better? Whatever the understanding is, as always, let's argue about it in the comments. So I'll catch you guys back on the next one, where there's gonna be a subscriber video, and then we're breaking down Theory of Two Past, Rufus Shinra, Who's Viceroy Saruf, Avalanche A, B, C, D, E, and all the good stuff. So I'll catch you guys on the next video.